a video. Now today I'm going to read about is the taxi rank outside street station the best taxi rank. Let's get started. So first of all, as you can see, 4 taxis on the taxi rank. Now this taxi here is obviously he's parked far away from that taxi so he can get easily. Now obviously I can get out quite easily on that taxi, which is easy to do. Now he can get round that taxi. I think he's letting that the road. So for we'll go to see there were taxis on the taxi rank. Is the best taxi rank? I don't know. Please let me know if this is the best taxi rank ever or is it not. Anyway, so if we go back to there's a private driver there. Obviously he's probably going to drop them off. As you can see, or maybe he's there, I'm not sure. We can't really see into his car. So look, as you can see here, look. This didn't used to be a taxi rank, it used to be. However, did bring a lot to the taxi rank that wasn't here. See, this lorry, I don't know how he's to do it. I assume he's turned around on Street, Queensway. He should have done that because because he's turning around on this loading only space here. Because obviously he is actually kind of breaking the law. Because what I'm saying is he should be breaking the law. However, this was still not a taxi rank. There is a taxi parked. There is a loading only sign here that says loading only minutes, no return within 2 hours. Well, that's kind of quite. Look, a lorry parked the opposite. I don't know how he's managed to do that because there's no way that you can turn around on Moore Street unless you go over that bit of the pavement there, which obviously is illegal. But it's like this was one way, except it was going this way, which is quite weird because I've noticed something of these on the floor. A head arrow, so that means that it used to be like this instead. It's pretty, but you're driving on the right hand side. But it looks like you're driving on the left though. However, that should be the left over there. But they're making you on this side, which is quite weird. The taxi rank wasn't used. Which also, I did say taxi rank, but it's a loading. But I think it's a taxi rank because of a loading. Because that taxi that was parked there in 2015, he shouldn't be parked there after bits. Because it says loading only minutes, no return. If I say taxi rank, doesn't because it's not really a taxi rank, it's a loading. Open reach park there. Why? See, if you see that sign, loading only, minutes, no return within 2 hours. That is a bit stupid because if we go to, there's a transit parked in the loading. I always say taxi rank. It does look like a taxi rank, but he's not a taxi, so he should be. Or maybe he is a taxi, but he hasn't got a license in the window. It says loading only, no minutes, no return within 2 hours. But I don't know why he's parking there. I assume he's picking up. But it looks like there's some standing by his vehicle. So it was used by 2 taxis. It was used by taxis. However, that taxi is not really on the taxi rank. He's parked on the pavement. It does look like he is though, so it can count as taxi on the taxi rank, which is quite weird, actually. Because this taxi rank is big enough to accommodate 5 taxis, absolutely fine. He's let that guy cross the road, but unfortunately, it looks like he is. So, bit. I assume he's far away, so he can give that taxi more space, so he can get out. So I assume he's giving that taxi more space, so he can get out easily. Wow, he's a good job. Is from that taxi rank, so he can get out of the taxi rank. He's done a good job and kept his way of taxi, so he's got enough to get out of the taxi rank. Anyway, that was a little bit. That was. If you have enjoyed the video, please like the video, subscribe, comment on the video, and make sure you turn on so you don't miss any of my future videos. Until the next one, see you back.